Cyber Warrior coming back at you for WTF Wednesday. So, of course, I'm still rocking my cyberwarriorstudios hat that you can get on my merch site. So go head over to cyberwarriorstudios.com and pick that up. But on top of that, it is WTF Wednesday. So I've got some big news. All right. I had to wait until now to announce it, but I am officially inducted into InfoSec Institute's inaugural Hall of Fame for InfoSec. So that's what this trophy back here that you've been seeing is for. So again, WTF, I actually made it. So, which is nice. I'm loving it. All right. It's just something that gives validation to the mentorship and the help that I've been lending to the community on top of everything else that I've done so far in my career. So I am very grateful to InfoSec Institute for selecting me among 5 other people. So there was 6 total inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, and I am extremely grateful for being one of the 6 inducted in. Now, moving on from that, if you haven't subscribed or hit the bell down below, go ahead, hit that bell. Go ahead, hit subscribe. And go ahead and make your comments. I'm all for it. Now, with WTF Wednesday, there's something that happened, and, it was only a matter of time. With all of the issues out there, with all the ransomware and malware, cyber wars, and people just not knowing what the heck they're doing, it was only a matter of time. And so, in Germany, doesn't give an exact date. So this article comes from 9/17. So, it could be, anytime within, I'd say, the last week or so. A hospital was hit with ransomware, and a patient actually died because of it. All right. Now, I don't believe, nor, by what's in the article, which one. This is from Ars Technica. I don't think this was an act of cyber war or anything like that. It was just somebody, some malicious person trying to extort money, though they were aiming for the university. The article leads us to believe they actually hit a hospital, which then caused a ambulance to be rerouted over an hour or further than where the lady was supposed to go, and she died because of it. All right. Look, I don't agree with the malicious intent behind people, whether it's hacktivism or hacktivism or anything that involves ransomware and extorting money from companies. There's other ways to get your message across, and this is the problem right here: is you run this risk. All right, and that's the equivalent of hitting things like gas distribution, electric distribution, like your power plants and things like that. You can really take out a lot of vital infrastructure. Now, it's one thing if it's cyber war, right? So if it's nation states going at each other, eventually something like that's bound to happen. But when it is somebody just trying to extort money and make a quick buck, it's a whole different ballgame. And, thankfully, I say thankfully, because it's still sad, thankfully only one person was really affected by this at that time. Because as soon as the police communicated with the attackers, told them that they hit a hospital treating emergency patients and not the university belonging to it, the attackers immediately sent a decryption key, unlocked the servers, and then went dark. So authorities haven't been able to find them. Again, I'm at awe. I'm very, I don't know what to think, because at the speed at which it was done, of them providing this information and no longer extorting them, I don't think they were trying to cause any harm as far as physically. They were trying to make some money. going about it the wrong way, obviously, but still trying to make some money and hit the wrong target. Look, let's, call a spade a spade. What's wrong is wrong is wrong. Either way, they were wrong, but it just makes it even worse, the fact that they weren't smart enough to know what they were hitting. So I don't... Look, Ars Technica put this article up. They explain it all. I'm going to put it down below, but I don't know, guys. I really don't. What's going to happen, because ransomware is getting bigger. All right, COVID has caused a lot of issues with, ransomware just going through the roof. Personal computers, I'm sure, are going to start getting hit if they haven't already. I mean, they don't get put in the news because, of course, it's personal computers. But one thing that I think people need to realize when it comes to ransomware, especially people that pay the ransom, right, is never can you count on that malware ever going away, unless once you pay the ransom and get your files back, you find a way and you just completely, revert your systems, go back to put your DR plan in place and go from there. But even still, you risk malware still being there. So you'd have to do a complete rebuild and just hope you have just databases or your important data backed up. But reinstall all the programs, reinstall, just about everything. Because not only are they extorting money, they're taking data. All right, especially the newer variations that are going out there, and the newer attackers are taking more than just your money. I think that, cyber insurance, though it has its purpose, has kind of made it easier for companies to just today pay the ransom, because they're more willing to do that than have a company fix the problem, find the problem, and actually really implement a true security solution. All right, so they're using cyber insurance sort of as like not even a last resort. That's their first resort. All right, is cyber insurance going to pay the ransom? Is it going to get us back up and running because we can't afford to lose any more money, instead of solving the problem? All right, so again, feel free to comment down below if you know any different information, but it is something that I've noticed. And ransomware is vicious. Ransomware is bad. No one is safe from it, let's be honest. All right, and you have to do everything you can to mitigate these issues. And unfortunately, with the way patch schedules work in a lot of enterprise, by the time that 0-day patch is released, or not even a 0-day, by the time a patch is released, not only do companies have to take time to vet that patch, then they have to roll it out. And 9 times out of 10, it gets rolled out in stages. It doesn't even get rolled out right away. So there's that flux period where even if a vulnerability is fixed by the manufacturer or the creator of, Windows, if Microsoft fixes something, if Firefox fixes something, it doesn't matter, because by the time the updates roll out throughout enterprise, there's still that gap where they can be hit. And I think there's, I hate to say it, but we've got to find a better way, or we've got to be more vigilant as blue teamers to find these things and catch them. We've got to have the security put in place to, limit the spread of malware, and that includes network segregation and things like that. So just let's be cognizant of this. You don't want to be a hospital that gets hit by something like this. All right, we need to be able to catch it. You don't want to be an electrical or a power station or something like that, or a gas supplier, and get hit by something like this. So really, let's be cognizant of this. Let's start really taking a look at what's going on in our networks, and try to find a way to work with the board, work with our executives to make a difference, because you don't want to end up paying a ransom or having to redo your entire infrastructure because you fell victim to ransomware. You need to find that happy medium where you can invest in security so that you don't have to invest in paying somebody's ransom. At which point they may give you the decryption key, but that malware is still there. So then you're still putting out more money and losing money when you have to redo systems and you have to replace information, or you have to pay out for, somebody's identity was compromised, whatever the case may be. You have to send the emails, and there's a lot of work that goes into recovering from ransomware beyond just recovering your data and information. So let's really start thinking about these things. And honestly, I hope we get better with this. But again, it's WTF Wednesday. So, 2 things today. I'm in the Hall of Fame for InfoSec Institute. Yeah. And ransomware. It's coming back. I mean, it never left, but the fact that a hospital got hit is huge. So let's be vigilant, let's be cognizant, and let's enjoy the rest of the week. And I hope to catch you all next time.